Sara, you will not believe my morning.
Oh, do tell.
I decided to be productive. I wanted to help my wife. So I told her, honey, relax, I will do the breakfast.
Oh, Mark, that is so sweet. But wait, you said you would do the breakfast?
Yes, I went to the kitchen, I tried to do some eggs, then I tried to do some toast, and then I did a huge mistake.
I know exactly what happened. You didn't do a mistake. You made a mistake because you were trying to make breakfast.
See, this is why I am tired. Why do we do work but make breakfast? English is crazy.
It feels crazy, but there is a secret rule. Do you want to know it?
Please, I need help.
Hello and welcome back to Speaking English Daily Dose. If you are new, welcome. We are so happy you are here.
We are very happy. Today we have a very special lesson.
We are talking about two tiny words. They are small, but they cause big problems.
Make and do.
Exactly. Students mix these up all the time. I hear, I did a mistake or I made my homework almost every day.
Is that wrong? It sounds okay to me.
It is understandable, Mark. People will know what you mean, but it is not natural English, and we want you to sound natural.
We make simple videos. We help you speak English in real life. We speak slowly, we repeat key lines, we keep it natural so you can copy us and use it today.
Today, we are going to fix this problem forever. We will learn the simple difference, then we will listen to a long, natural conversation using these words.
And finally, we will practice together. No pressure, no stress.
Before we start, if you enjoy learning with us, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. It also helps other learners find this lesson. One click makes a big difference. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Are you ready, Sarah?
Let's do it.
So, Sarah, before we talk about grammar, how are you? How was your weekend?
Oh, Mark, my weekend was wonderful. Thank you for asking. I actually had a very lazy weekend.
Lazy weekends are the best. What did you get up to?
Honestly, I stayed in my pajamas until noon on Saturday.
Wow, that sounds like a dream.
It was. I read a book, I drank a lot of tea, I just watched the rain outside my window. It was perfect. What about you? Did you relax?
Relax? No, I wish. My weekend was very busy.
Oh no, why?
Well, my wife decided it was time for spring cleaning.
Oh dear, even though it is not spring?
Exactly. She made a list. A very long list.
Lists are dangerous.
Very dangerous. I had to clean the garage, I had to fix the garden fence, and I had to organize the basement.
That sounds like a lot of hard work.
It was physical work. My back hurts today.
I'm sorry, Mark, but I bet your house looks amazing now.
It does look better, but on Sunday night I was so tired. I fell asleep on the sofa at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.? That is early.
I know, but I was exhausted. So hearing about your lazy weekend makes me jealous.
Next weekend, you must rest. Promise me.
I promise. No more cleaning, just relaxing.
Good. Now, Mark, even in that small chat, we used do and make ideas, even if we didn't say the words.
You did work. I did nothing.
And my wife made a list.
Exactly. See, these words are everywhere. You hear them all the time.
So, what is the rule? Before we start the big conversation, give us the secret. Okay, here is the simple rule. Everyone, listen closely. We usually use make when we create something, when we produce something new that wasn't there before.
Like a cake?
Yes, you make a cake, you make breakfast, you make a sound, you make a plan.
Okay, create something. Got it. And do?
We use do for actions, activities, and work when we don't produce a physical object.
Like do homework?
Yes, do business, do the dishes, do exercise. You are doing an action, not creating the dishes or the homework.
That makes sense. Make is for creating, do is for doing actions.
It's a good general rule. There are exceptions, of course. English always has exceptions.
Of course, but that rule helps.
It helps a lot. Now, let's listen to a conversation. We will use these words many times. Try to hear them. So, Mark, let's talk about your daily routine. I want to know exactly what you do in the mornings.
Okay. Well, my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. It is very loud. It makes a terrible noise.
6 a.m. is early. Do you get up immediately?
No, I usually hit the snooze button. I make a deal with myself. I say, 5 more minutes, Mark. Just 5 more minutes.
I do the same thing. It is so hard to leave a warm bed.
It is, but eventually I get up. The first thing I do is go to the kitchen. I have to make coffee.
Make coffee. Crucial.
Essential. I cannot function without it. Do you make coffee in the morning?
I actually prefer tea. I make a pot of Earl Grey tea, but my husband makes coffee. He has a fancy machine. It makes a lot of noise, but the coffee is good.
Nice. After I make coffee, I try to be healthy. I try to do some exercise.
Oh, what kind of exercise do you do?
Nothing crazy. I just do some stretching. Maybe I do a few push-ups.
Wait, a few or just one?
Okay, sometimes just one, but I try to do my best.
That is what matters. You do your best.
Exactly. After I do my exercise, I have to make breakfast for the kids.
What do you make for them?
Usually, I make toast or cereal. Sometimes, if I have time, I make scrambled eggs. But they are picky eaters. They always make a fuss if I cook something they don't like.
Make a fuss. That is a great phrase. It means they complain, right?
Yes, they complain loudly. They make a lot of noise. Dad, I don't want eggs.
Kids are funny. My mornings are a bit quieter. I do some yoga.
You do yoga every day?
I try to. I do yoga for about 20 minutes. It helps me wake up. Then I make my bed.
Ah, making the bed. That is a good habit.
It is. I feel better when the room is tidy. Do you make your bed?
Honestly, no. My wife makes the bed. I'm terrible at it. I usually just pull the blanket up. I do a bad job.
At least you are honest, Mark. Speaking of making the bed, let's talk about housework, chores, the things we have to do but we hate doing.
Oh, I have a long list of things I hate doing.
What is the worst one for you?
Doing the dishes. I hate it. I really hate doing the dishes.
Why? It's not so bad.
It is wet, it is greasy, it takes forever. We make a mess when we cook, and then I have to clean it. I prefer to do the cooking and have someone else do the cleaning.
That is a fair deal. In my house, we take turns. One person makes dinner, the other person does the dishes.
That is a smart system. What about laundry? Do you do the laundry?
Yes, I actually don't mind doing the laundry. The machine does the work, really. I just put the clothes in.
That is true, but you have to fold them.
That is the boring part, but I usually watch TV while I fold. It makes the time pass faster.
I am banned from doing the laundry in my house.
Banned? Why?
I made a terrible mistake once.
What did you do?
I washed my wife's favorite white sweater with a red sock.
Oh no, Mark.
The sweater came out pink. It was a disaster. I did a lot of damage that day.
You really made a mess of that.
I did. So now my wife says, Mark, don't do the laundry. Just do the gardening, do the heavy lifting, but stay away from the washing machine.
She sounds like a wise woman.
She is. But there is one chore I like. I like doing the shopping.
Grocery shopping?
Yes, I like to go to the supermarket. I make a list. I walk around. I look at the new products.
I have to make a list too. If I don't make a list, I buy things I don't need.
Exactly. If I don't make a list, I come home with 5 bags of chips and no milk.
We all do that. It is dangerous to go shopping when you're hungry.
Very dangerous, so I make sure I eat something before I go.
So, Mark, we talked about home and we talked about friends, but we use make and do a lot at work too. Do you remember your very first job?
Oh no. Do we have to talk about that? Yes, I remember. I worked in a busy office in the city. I was very young and very nervous. My boss was strict.
What did you have to do?
Honestly, I had to do everything nobody else wanted to do. I had to do the filing, I had to do the paperwork, and I spent hours standing at the machine to make photocopies, hundreds of them.
That sounds boring. Did you ever make a mistake?
Please don't ask. Yes. Once I had to make a report for a big meeting. I worked on it all night. I wanted to do a good job, but I forgot to check the numbers. I made a huge mistake on the first page. My boss was so angry.
Oh, poor Mark. That is a terrible feeling. But that is how we learn. If you never make a mistake, you never make progress.
Exactly. That is what I tell myself now. But back then, I wanted to quit. What about you, Sarah? What was your first job?
Oh, mine was very different. I worked in a small cafe. I loved it because I love to make things. I learned how to make coffee perfectly, cappuccinos, lattes, and espressos. And at lunchtime, I had to make sandwiches for the customers.
See, that is the difference between us again. You were making things, coffee, food. I was doing tasks, paperwork, filing.
Yes, that is the rule. When you create the sandwich, you make it. When you complete the paperwork, you do it. But Mark, I also had to do the cleaning at the end of the day. I hated that part.
Nobody likes to do the cleaning. But Sarah, let's talk about our listeners. Many of them use English at work or school. They often say phrases like, do a decision or make homework.
Ooh, yes, those are common errors. Listeners, remember, you make a decision. You choose A or B, but you do homework. It is work, like a job.
Exactly. If you are a student, you must do your homework to make progress. If you want to improve your English, you must make an effort every day.
And most importantly, you must not be afraid to make mistakes. Mark made a mistake with his report. I made mistakes with the coffee orders. It happens.
It does. Actually, Sarah, do you remember when we started this podcast? We didn't know what we were doing. We just wanted to make a difference for English learners.
That is true. We wanted to do something useful. And look at us now. We are here, having fun, helping people.
So if you are listening to this and you feel nervous about speaking, please do me a favor. Just speak. Make a mistake and then correct it. That is the only way to do it.
I love that advice. Shall we practice these work phrases before we finish? I think a little shadowing would be good here.
Good idea. Listeners, I will say a sentence about work or study. You repeat it. Ready? I have a lot of work to do today. I need to make a phone call. Did you make a decision about the meeting? Please do your best. It is okay to make a mistake.
Excellent. I hope you are speaking out loud. Don't just listen, do the work.
All right, Sarah, I think we have covered almost everything. Home, friends, work. Are we ready to wrap up?
I think so. Let's review what we learned. Mark, I have a question for you. We're talking about make and do today, but I want to ask about your free time. When you have a free weekend, what do you usually do?
That is a good question. To be honest, I am a person who loves to make plans. I cannot just wake up and do nothing. I feel anxious.
Anxious? Really? I love to do nothing. Sometimes the best plan is to have no plan.
See, I can't do that. If I have a free Saturday, I usually make a list on Friday night. I write down everything I need to do. First, I do the shopping. Then I do some exercise. Maybe I go for a run.
and then I make time for my hobbies.
Wow, you make a list for your weekend? That sounds like work. For me, I just wait and see. Maybe I wake up and think, what do I want to do today? Maybe I call a friend and say, hey, let's do something fun. I don't like to make strict plans.
But if you don't make a reservation, how do you eat at a nice restaurant? If you don't make a schedule, how do you know you will have time?
Mark, you worry too much. Sometimes you just get lucky. But okay, I admit it. Sometimes I make a mistake because I didn't plan. Last week, I wanted to go to the cinema, but I didn't make a reservation. So the movie was full. I couldn't see it.
Aha! See? You made a mistake. If you made a plan, you would see the movie.
Okay, you are right. Sometimes it is good to make a plan. But let's talk about something else. Let's talk about people. Are you good at making friends?
That is harder for me. I'm a little shy. It is difficult for me to make new friends. I feel nervous when I meet strangers. I don't know what to say. I don't want to make a bad impression.
I understand that. Many people feel that way. So, what do you do when you go to a party?
Usually, I do nothing. I stand in the corner with my drink. I have to make an effort to speak. It is not natural for me. I have to tell myself, Mark, go and make conversation. Go and make a friend.
That is interesting, because for me, making friends is easy. I love talking. I can talk to anyone. I just say hello and we start talking. But I have a different problem.
What is your problem?
I can make friends quickly, but I'm bad at making time for them. I have so many friends, but I don't call them enough. I don't make plans to see them. So sometimes I lose touch.
I see. So I am slow to make friends, but when I have a friend, I do my best to keep them. I call them, I visit them. We do things together every week.
Exactly. You are loyal. You do the work of friendship. I just talk.
So, listeners, think about yourself. Are you like Sara? Do you make friends easily? Or are you like me? Do you have to make an effort?
And do you like to make plans or do you prefer to just do something spontaneous?
Let's practice a few of these phrases before we continue. This is a great chance to do some shadowing. Listen to me and repeat exactly what I say. Copy my speed. I like to make plans for the weekend. I need to make time for my friends. It is hard for me to make new friends. I always try to do my best.
Great job. Remember, you don't do friends or do a plan. You make friends and make plans.
Okay, shall we move on to the next part of our day? We have more work to do.
Yes, let's go. That was a long conversation. Did you hear how many times we used make and do?
It was dozens of times.
Now let's look at 7 important phrases from our chat. We will practice them. I want you to repeat after me.
This is the most important part. Practice fixes it.
Phrase number 1. Make a mistake.
We do not say do a mistake. Never.
Correct. Example, I made a mistake on the test.
Your turn. Repeat. I made a mistake.
Phrase number 2. Do your best.
This means you try 100%. Even if you fail, it is okay because you tried. Example, don't worry about the score. Just do your best.
Your turn. Repeat. Just do your best. Phrase number 3. Make a decision.
We don't do a decision. We create a choice. Example, I need to make a decision about my job.
Repeat. I need to make a decision. Phrase number 4. Do the dishes or laundry or housework.
For cleaning tasks, we almost always use do. Example, it is your turn to do the dishes.
Repeat. It is your turn to do the dishes. Phrase number 5. Make plans.
We create the plan. Example, let's make plans for the weekend.
Repeat. Let's make plans. Phrase number 6. Make a noise.
The alarm makes a noise. The car makes a noise. Example, stop making so much noise.
Repeat. Stop making noise. Phrase number 7. Do a favor.
This is very common. We don't make a favor. Example, can you do me a favor?
This is a great phrase to know. Repeat. Can you do me a favor? Great job, everyone. Your pronunciation is getting better.
So let's remember the golden rule from today.
Use make for creating things. Creating food, creating plans, creating mistakes, creating noise.
And use do for tasks, work, jobs, chores, and general actions like do nothing or do your best.
If you remember this simple difference, you'll be correct 90% of the time.
And for the other 10%?
For the other 10%, you just have to listen and practice. English is a habit. The more you listen to us, the more natural it will feel.
Exactly. Don't stress about memorizing a book. Just use the language.
Now it is time for the question of the day.
We love this part. We love reading your comments.
Today's question is, what is one thing you have to do every day and one thing you like to make?
Ooh, good question.
Here is my answer. I have to do the dishes every day, but I like to make tea.
And here is mine. I have to do exercise, but I like to make plans for holidays.
Now it is your turn. Write your answer in the comments. We read them and we love seeing your answers.
Don't be shy. Make a sentence.
Thank you for studying with us today. You did a great job.
You really did. Remember, learning a language takes time. Be patient with yourself.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like and subscribe to Speaking English Daily Dose.
It helps the channel grow.
And hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. We have a great lesson coming next week.
See you next time.
Bye.